the clients first approached us, it was nice to see such a passionate group of people who wanted to do more than just develop a project. When we first saw the site, there were a couple of things that were a concern, the profile of the site or the levels. But frankly, by the end of the design, I feel that is something which made the project very unique. Hi, I am Nita Kembhavi and this is Indrajit Kembhavi. We are partners at Kembhavi Architecture Foundation. We have a firm which is a good 52 years old. Soul of the Seasons by NBR Group, a very interesting project. So as you get in, you have a beautiful entrance experience and multiple levels. It has a sloping site. So how we modulated the levels, how we integrated the landscape, how we located the tower plans. The towers also made a very, a critical decision or an idea when it comes to the experience of the site. First, you come across a beautiful tower which stands tall, and then you drive in, you come across a clubhouse, which is, I would say, quite organic, melting into the nature is what I will call it, from point of design, from point of the structure, from point of the architecture of it. And as you drive by, you come again levels and beautiful amenities divided in, within the landscape, and then another cluster of tall towers. So overall, I feel landscape has definitely played a very large role into the design and integration of this project.
So when we started working on the project, the essence was to try and club the integrity of Bangalore into the project, where we thought that we should make use of the beautiful seasons, the beautiful weather of Bangalore, and how we blend it seamlessly within the project. The whole ideology was that we didn't want to stuff people into rooms, but expose them to the environment, expose them to the garden city of Bangalore. And that is what we are happy to say that we have achieved in this project. I feel that from every part of a dwelling unit, every resident can experience nature, experience the skies, get a lot of daylight, get the changing moods of the sun, and it creates a different environment where the human form or the human is connected to nature in its entirety. Coming to the design of the project, an earthy form of design, something that calms the senses. We have a busy Sarjapur road on the outside. The whole ideology is that people melt into peace as soon as they enter into the project. And this was the whole story of the conceptualization of the project. You come inside, you're greeted by nature everywhere. The hard forms have been softened. The paints, the colors, the palette is extremely soft, extremely pleasant, something that calms the mind. I feel the way the project has been conceived, it truly lives to its name, or the name has come along with the concept, that is NBR Soul of Seasons. So it is something where the soul thrives in harmony with nature and blends into the environment. Magic, mystery and allure are three words that I think we can use to define NBR Soul of Seasons. The whole ideology of design was not something that we thump in technically onto the project, though we are very refined at a technological level in the design of the project. But the whole idea was to create an element of surprise where small kids enjoy themselves, they get lost into their play zones, lost into parks. People walking along the streets enjoy different vistas, different aspects of the project. They get a place where they can sit, enjoy benches, a cohesive environment where the elders can seamlessly walk through without any obstacles, while at the same time the mystery of light flowing through the trees, the magic of breeze being channelized through the spaces with the seamless use of Venturi effect that we have created in the building plan, adds to the story of the design of this particular project. So the whole ideology here is a project where living becomes absolute, where fun, frolic, play, recreation, lifestyle are all embedded together in a very seamless mold, giving rise to the needs of a modern citizen of Bangalore. The building is designed keeping in mind the entirety of international themes of living, while blending in traditional beliefs like Vaastu, a space for puja, a space to pray, a space to get lost in meditation. We have tried to bind the best of the East and the West in a fusion that probably this would be one of the projects that's offering in the city.
If you look at the colors, while landscape is playing such a large role, even the colors we kept in mind, keeping in one with nature. We have reds, we have earth colors, we have greys and whites. That's the color palette we spoke about, and that's what we are trying to put into the facade, which blends well with nature.
The entire towers are designed, as I already said, with the concept of Venturi effect, where the hot air is channelized from the lower levels to the upper levels, creating a good draft in the building. Panoramic windows with proper outlets will always give a good draft in the homes, where people can enjoy Bangalore's climate at every level of the house.
Soul of the Seasons by NBR Group has a beautiful clubhouse located right in the middle of the development. So what you see in the clubhouse is a beautifully designed structure, blending well with nature. The kind of materials we have on it, the kind of flowy forms on the facade, blends it beautifully with the nature and the beautiful pool which is planned next to it. So as you get into the clubhouse, there's a water body which welcomes you, and you get into it. It's a clubhouse which has fantastic number of amenities. We have spaces for children, spaces for teenagers, spaces for elders, spaces for party, for relaxation, like a spa. We have multi-purpose halls and sporting activities. I say it's a very wholesome clubhouse which caters to every person within the community. And also the spaces around it have been designed to make it very friendly for usage, for spillover from the party halls, be it from connectivity to the pool. The clubhouse has been well located and integrated with a lot of landscape around it, huge expanse of landscape around it.
A lot of care was taken to craft every inch of the space in a lot of detail. While doing the same, we also took care to ensure that none of the blocks touched each other. So if there is a large gathering within a house, the idea was that they should be able to celebrate their life without disturbing their neighbors as much as possible. That was one care that was given for the entire design of the project. Another ideology which came was the construction efficiency, the finish, the stability and the strength of the project. It was very essential that the project conforms to the best of international standards, both in terms of design and in terms of execution and craftsmanship. And hence we went in for aluminium system formwork, a superior kind of construction technology which not only gets in a lot of speed to the building, but is also very strong in terms of earthquake protection. It's very efficient, gives a fantastic finish to the whole project. It can be managed very fluidly and is a very efficient tool altogether. So these were some of the subtle things that went into the project, and the offering that's going to come to people will be an exclusive one, something that people can relish, enjoy and appreciate as time grows. NBR Soul of the Seasons is a project that blends tranquility and serenity. It's an urban oasis, a salubrious island nestled amongst the chaos of Bangalore. An island where everyone can get lost and immerse themselves in pleasure and in nature.
Soul of the Seasons by NBR Group, a project designed as an urban retreat, designed in the styles of a resort, where one loses oneself to nature, where one is one with nature, I will say. Surrounded by lakes, surrounded by landscapes, surrounded by a beautiful sky. I call it an urban retreat, an urban resort in the middle of chaos. Thank you.